we'll see what happens because in the end, you have to play the game, and any deck can beat any deck.
Any given Saturday.
Yeah, like you never know what happens in a game.
I mean, we saw the game 3 there. Literally 11 out of the 12 cards
I
on his deck were lands.
He played Once Upon a Time.
5 lands.
He played Once Upon a Time 3 times.
5 lands.
5 lands. 5 lands. 5 lands. It was like, oh, here we go. We are live.
Oh man, those are dope.
Aren't those great?
Hydra. Oh, those are
Yep.
great.
Yeah. So then we went black and white.
We took our
and,
we
that's great.
we told them, we were like, hey, like, forget it. Remember when I said I wanted a playmat? I want that playmat.
Yo, those things are so
nice. And see, again, they're smart. They line them up perfectly.
Thoughts on green, white, banned or hexproof?
Oh, they're black and white again. Here we go.
Here we go. Welcome to the regional modern semifinals.
We have Phillip, Stanley on John, and we have Kevin Jones on Batblade. Who will be victorious? You must watch to find out.
Yes, thank you. That's about enough of that.
Yep.
Oh, great. They're both in red. Wait, did we see this matchup? Have these guys played already?
They may have played earlier in the tournament. I think they did.
Because I seem to remember the red sleeves being against each other.
A lot of pairings here. Kevin and Phillip. I'll have to take a look at that. It's possible that they played earlier, which would be good information for both players.
Yes.
They know what they're up against.
Right. So what do we got? Thoughts on green, white, banned, hexproof in modern format right now? In my opinion, the deck is very under the radar right now.
So you're saying basically boggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ready to clip that? Yes, please clip
You're not wrong. You're the boggles. I think it's probably missing 1 or 2.
This was the first one that we showed
yeah.
coming in. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's good. They both have information. So Phillip here cracked a Bloodstained Mire. He is going to get himself.
So did Phillip win their match? No, this went to time.
Oh, this was
the one that went to time.
Oh, they don't have that problem this time.
No, this is.
Oh,
they do not have that problem this time. And I think it was one of those situations where if it hadn't gone to time, I think Phillip was about to win.
He was 2 turns away. Yeah, they went 1-1-1.
Yeah, so he got an Overgrown Tomb, and he's going to go Inquisition to Kozilek. Yeah, you could have my Mana Leak.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of high drops.
You could have my Mana Leak, take a look at my Cryptic Command and my Jace, and cry.
Oh man. Well, Phil being on the play, this isn't even necessarily a cry face.
That was
getting those, 3 drops and under guaranteed to resolve before Kevin has cryptic mana.
Yes.
But that was the most
Kevin actually said at the table, I keep piles of nonsense against Thoughtseize decks. I never mull.
Yo, that is a life vibe right there. Yo, I am so guilty of doing mess like that. All right. So as a few of you have heard before, I main blue-white spirits in Modern. That's my deck. I love it. Against somebody who I knew was on Jund and did not have another deck, I have definitely kept 6 land hands. Because the Thoughtseize is coming, they're doing garbage, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to draw non-garbage off of my deck. And granted, that's super wrong. You should never do that. But, well, that's what I did. And sure enough, bam, here's a bunch of spells, and they all protect each other, and 1 by ally.
And I was gonna say that was about the most passive aggressive discard of a mana leak I've ever seen. He was like, "Here, take it. I don't even care."
Yep.
So
I have good spells like Jace.
Yeah, I don't care about my mana.
Is that Steam Vent or is that the turn?
That's a Steam Vent tap.
Okay. Steam Vent, and then the Ooze is coming in.
Nah, that's enough questions about Scotland Tarns for one day.
Yeah, let's not bring Jund
favored. I agree with you.
Get off a Scalding Tarn already.
I do also think that Jund should be
Thoughtseize. Now this time you can get something.
Yeah, what we got? Have to Exile and Jace the same Cryptic, and a Supreme Verdict.
Interesting. What's he hitting, you think?
Jace.
Yeah.
Supreme Verdict, whatever.
Missed it the first time, I missed it the second time.
And we'll see what happens.
But it's good for him to know that path is there. Because Phillip is not above baiting either. He's going to be like, hey, here you go. Look at this. This is totally... Please don't path to exile. Thank you.
Oh, but no 3rd land drop. That's important to know.
That could be important later.
Yeah. So if he's not going to hit a land drop, and then Kevin's going to be doing big, dumb, dangerous things...
Almost a Field of Ruin, changed his mind.
Nah, effort.
Well, is Phillip running basics in his deck?
Phillip's running 4 basics.
Okay.
So he's got 2 swamps, a mountain, and a forest.
So yeah, he doesn't care too much, but there's Croxa.
Croxa's good.
Please pitch a non-land so I can burn you. Although he's got plenty of lands in his hand, so he might just throw a land here.
I mean, we'll see what he actually opts to pitch here in a second, but yeah.
Or is it if he drops something Yeah, if he drops a non-land.
If he drops a non-land, he's fine.
Yeah.
If you drop anything other than a non-land, that's when you take
that's
3.
That's why I got it backwards.
Yeah,
Not
a good card, you're fine. A bad card, you take 3.
And
So does he
will take 3.
He's taking
Okay,
3.
so we'll just take the 3.
Which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
So Ooze comes in for a couple more points.
What do we got?
Nope, it's getting pathed.
So he's
No. I was gonna say Field of Ruin first though.
Yeah. Why would he path to exile? Did he exile it? Okay, so he thought it was
He was
going to be
exposed,
exiled.
he thought it was
Yeah.
coming.
He just assumed it was a path. But nah, I'm pretty sure Kevin's just gonna go ahead and then.
Yeah, and again, why would you? I mean, yeah, Path or Field of Ruin it. He's going to get the. It doesn't help his land. Path to exile is
Now
like,
he's
thank you.
Yeah. So now he's gonna Field of Ruin, and then Kevin's gonna get a basic plane so that he can actually cast that Supreme Verdict at some
Right.
point in this game.
So again, it almost helps Phillip stack.
Yep, there's the plane, snow covered. And
No. This is no. For Phillip, this is an active detriment, but notice that Kevin doesn't really have a white source. That's a breeding pool and a steam fence. So now Kevin can actually play a lot of the cards in his deck, especially since that Temple Garden's in a graveyard now. So that means that if he has, like, say, a Supreme Verdict or something like that he wants to cast, he'll actually be able to because he currently doesn't have an Astrolabe.
And that also puts Phillip 2 turns away from bring Proxa back because now he has his only red source.
Right.
So Kevin's almost going to a tempo type of mindset here, right?
I think he's trying to just keep things in check until he can get his
just-
game plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was gonna say keep the plan, keep the plan active, keep your opponent under control until you can get to participating, and then once you get to that stage of the game, if Cryptic Command is his plan, you know that your Cryptic Command is just better than the entire combination
He just
of
needs that
cards
third blue
junk can
source,
provide.
which there it is.
There it is.
So Cryptic is open.
So yes, so now he just can Cryptic and whatever. Who cares about your little 2 damage?
Yep. He will be down to 11 here.
Yeah. We just
And third land yet? Nope.
no third land. A Thought Seize. Oh no. So if he's just gonna
Which is probably going to get Cryptic.
That's got to be. But that's what I mean. I think Phillip's baiting him with that thought seize. It's
Like,
like,
he's
go
gotta
ahead,
have it.
Cryptic Command it, because I got something better.
He'll draw a card off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Rinse and reuse. Give me my card. Okay, I was gonna say the worst you can do is like a land and Renin 6, which
Right.
don't get me wrong, is not super nice.
No
but
play is
like,
worse.
Even then, you're still like a full land back, and Kevin's got a full grip.
But without his, I mean, he's missed what 4 land drops now.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
he's
Oh, and
hurting.
there's the aforementioned Astrolabe.
Uh-oh.
So Supreme Verdict is active. There's a Misty Rainforest.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Well, game 2's always fun.
We may be headed in that direction pretty quickly here. So we have black going for... Oh, he's activating the Ooze.
Yeah.
Wow, the screw is just in full effect
So
right
we
now.
saw nasty flood, and now we've seen some pretty bad mana screw. Hopefully he maybe gets another land off the top.
Blood Crypt should be in the graveyard, not exile.
That is true. Yeah, he put that in exile.
Why is that in exile?
Don't know. So we'll see if we can get that fixed. Because it was just a Field of Ruin. It wasn't anything special. There's nothing really much that exiles non-basic lands besides like Sowing Salt from way back in Urza's Destiny.
Or graveyard.
All right, so he got a Mystic Sanctuary to get the Cryptic Command back on
Yep.
top. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now,
So
it's-
now we got the OD loops. So
Yeah. Although how many Mystic Sanctuaries is he playing? Just the one.
just the
so
one.
Right.
So he's got the one that he's playing.
That's his one-trick pony with that one.
Maybe he ate it with the ooze. Maybe. We'll find out for sure what actually was.
Oh,
happening with
Cryptic
that
was
ooze.
targeted, then put on top instead.
Okay, so
Okay.
that still means that we need to find
Yeah,
out what's
the
up with
blood
that
crypt.
Right.
The blood crypt was killed with a Field of Ruin.
Right,
So
so
that
it-
should be in the
it
graveyard.
has no-
And it is in the graveyard,
Yeah,
okay.
They fixed it. They got it.
They got
Okay,
it.
cool.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Twitch.
catching that.
Yes.
Yep.
He ate it with the ooze.
Yeah, and then that's when Kevin used a fetch, which makes a lot more
Yes.
sense.
All right, so
But now,
that's a snake.
okay,
in
cool.
Kevin's hand.
So it looks like Teddy Gibbons is up a game in his matchup already.
Wow.
Kevin Jones just cast Path to Exile on the Ooze, and Phillip is looking for a response before he goes away.
Ooze, there it is.
Ooze, there it goes.
Yeah. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna eat something.
Probably just gonna eat something.
Yeah.
That's all he can really do.
And like, all right, well, he doesn't necessarily know that Kevin is only playing the one Mystic Sanctuary, so he's probably gonna use his green source to eat that Path to Exile.
Well, it's still on a stack, technically. So it'll probably eat like
Oh yeah, it's not actually in the graveyard
leaf
yet.
and
Duh.
mana leak.
So he actually can't do that.
Yeah, he's exiling the mana leak.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So he'll get himself a land but he did.
Yeah, that'd be
get
pretty
land.
broken if Field of Ruin exiled the land.
Yeah, that would be nice.
You know what? I'm actually gonna say no on that one, only because the interaction comes up all the time where people will Field of Ruin, specifically a Tron land, and then surgical it. So if Field of Ruin exiled the land, you no longer had that vibe available.
All right, so Phillip's land problems are now done because he got a swamp from the Path to Exile. He just played a Blood Cliffs. Is it Blood Cliffs?
Yeah.
Black Cleave.
And the judges want us to make sure everybody knows there's no cash split today. The 2 losers are getting 400 each.
Yeah, so
That's sweet.
So the finals, they playing for some relatively
Some
big
money,
man.
yeah.
We
1,200 and 1,000.
So there's
Let
a
him know.
snake
Yeah.
from Kevin Jones at the end of the turn.
And another Labe.
There's another Astrolabe. Now we got permanent Cryptic mana up. Like this is
Misty Rainforest too, so he's going to swing in with the snake.
So Phillip can still recover. I mean, he needs to get the right...
Well, he knows there's a cryptic command he has to fight through.
Right.
yeah.
There's
So
a Tarmogoyf
like
he just drew. So there's a Blood Break.
that's a good start. 2 spells is a great start.
Into...
Thoughtseize?
Oh,
A Maelstrom Pulse?
Maelstrom Pulse? Targeting what?
Probably the snake. Like
Yeah.
it's too late now to try to mana screw him. So like don't even bother with the Astrolabe.
Take the snake.
He's thinking about what to target.
Jake the snake.
Yeah, snake looks like the best option here because he's got his mana spine.
Oh yeah, that sounds dope. Link, please, because yeah, we got clipped to the black and white part before the match.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. So please and thank you.
All right, so yeah, Maelstrom Pulse, targeting snake.
Snake.
Snap.
Snake.
Whoa, it's a snake.
His
Nope, target Astrolabe.
Did he target the Astro?
Oh.
He did.
Wow. All right.
All right. I'm in that.
I mean, cryptic command,
Oh boy.
because we knew that was there,
I'm dying. I'm not surprised.
and he's gonna cryptic the elf.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
because he doesn't care about the
Yeah,
Astrolabes.
the Astrolabes don't matter to him. He's got Supreme Verdict in his hand still anyway. Although, so I guess.
Do you know if people are allowed to post links in the chat? At least try it, yeah, because I don't know
Give it
whether
a shot,
links can
yeah.
be posted in the chat. If so, great. If not,
Oh,
If
he
you
Maelstrom's-
can. Both the Labes are gone.
yeah. So like Maelstrom Pulse was able to kill both of those Arkham's Astrolabes, but now we're past the point where Kevin has to care about the mana.
Right.
His mana's just good.
How did he return the Mystic Sanctuary to his hand?
With Cryptic Command.
Oh, with the
He
Cryptic
countered the spell
okay,
and bounced
okay.
the Mystic Sanctuary. That's how the loop works.
That's why he only needs the 1 copy. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I learned something today.
No, yeah, that copy is right. Immortal Garrison, when knowing about some old internet.
Right.
Badger, mushroom.
Yes, I
mush-
love that.
Old internet is so good.
AlbinoBlackSheep.com back in the day.
Man, no.
E-Bombs World.
So,
Or eBombs World, yeah.
Newgrounds.com.
Newgrounds, yeah.
Some real old internet.
That's back when you had to hear the dial-up sound every time you logged
Oh
in.
God, I don't want to talk about that. My ears still hurt.
Mom, get off the phone. I want to use the internet.
I'm talking to my friend. I paid his
Actually,
bill.
I gotta tell you, when I was that age, it was like, get off the internet. I want to use the phone. There are girls to call. Just how I rolled. Is my typing helping or no? Yes. Kevin said he is going to hit with a sword. Interesting.
So Mystic Sanctuary is going to come down. Yep, he did for a second. He has a Stone Forge in his hand.
Oh man, so yeah, Kevin's on full gas mode currently.
Yeah.
So he's got Sword of Feast and Famine being cast.
There's the
there
sword.
it is.
And there is the sword getting slapped onto
Whack.
a snake.
Wow.
How does the snake carry the sword? He has no arms.
Claws.
It's in its mouth.
Like I don't know. Does it not have like?
It has wings,
Feet
but it
claws?
needs those to fly. It's a snake.
Oh yeah. What is tail then?
or with
Yeah,
its
I
teeth.
guess, yeah,
Maybe
wrap
its
there
teeth.
No. It bites you with the teeth. That's how. He's still got Death Touch. So it's gonna wrap the tail around the sword hilt, and then he's gonna just bite you.
And then probably Stoneforge Mystic,
Yeah.
probably getting
Oh
better
yeah.
skull.
What up, Stoneforge?
Are we gonna take us? I mean, does Phillip just go to game 2 at this point? I mean, does he want to
Technically not,
sideboard?
because like he's already got the Lightning Bolt, and that's a Liliana of the Veil in hand, and a Bloodbraid Elf. So while this is extra rough,
Yeah.
this is actually
still has
not
an angle.
just a done game.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Right.
Telekinesis, yes, that is. I like that even better for how the snake carries the sword. Okay. So maybe a Whisper will work. I don't know.
Yeah. It's fine though. Well, you know what?
So he doesn't have. He doesn't.
Even
have
if it doesn't
cryptic.
work, much
Post it on the
appreciated,
Facebook
but
page.
Something, yeah. Oh yeah, Facebook link works.
Yeah.
So there's the cryptic on top. I don't know that Kevin has another counterspell in his hand right now, so he can actually bolt and. Never mind. He can kill the snake now.
Well,
he can still
he's
kill
got the
snake
Liliana.
And Liliana. So
exactly. So all he's got to do is
and there's a Colligan's command.
Liliana, down tick Liliana.
He's got a Colligan's command?
He's got Colligan's command, so Kevin has to have a mana leak here.
Humph. Colligan's command, the house.
And it's going to be
he playing Lily first?
He's leading with Lily.
So he's saved that bolt mana?
Yep.
Nah, bro.
And sacrifice a critter, por favor.
Nah, bro, that's not what we're doing first.
Kill that. That has to die. Yeah, he doesn't have a counterspell. He's got Supreme Verdict and
not this
something
Snake.
else.
Nah.
Snake dies. Stormborn dies.
And all of a sudden, Kevin goes from being pretty far up to pretty far down.
Yeah.
Cryptic coming.
Kevin's hand is Supreme Verdict, Batterskull, and whatever he just drew.
The Cryptic command that was on top. The
Cryptic command. So yeah, the counterspell's there, but it's a turn too late.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, does he bounce Lily here? Or?
He might want to bounce the... he'll counter the next spell and bounce the Mystic.
Nah, yeah, I was going to say, you definitely don't... Oh, yep, okay. I was going to say...
Playing the Batterskull.
So now he's got Colligan's command at the ready.
Yeah, this is just rough times all around.
And he can...
Like, that Colligan's command is about to do some work.
If he downticks Liliana...
Which he did.
So, like, uptick Liliana.
Uptick Liliana. They discard Bloodbraid Elf and Supreme Verdict. Here comes
but now he can go
command.
ahead and, like, kill the artifact and... Yep, I was going to say, and clean out the Cryptic command, and this is maximum rough town.
Yep, so Crisis averted for Phillip.
Yeah.
Again, consistent
deck. He saw Namaste.
Right? Best snake in history. I like it.
Oh, God.
All the puns all the time. I'm here for it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Bloodbraid Elf.
And we're going to go digging.
Hey,
Liliana.
What is that? Another Liliana?
Well, why not?
Sure. Whatever. Liliana with higher loyalty.
Reset the counters. Make you discard Misty Rainforest. Coming for 3. Kevin Jones down to 6.
Yeah, so like...
So he's pretty much almost to the top.
He needs an answer nowish.
Yeah. He's got one more turn.
And the answer can't even be a creature.
Nope.
Yeah. That'll do her. So
going to game 2. So how are we sideboarding this mad?
All right. So let me see what Kevin has first. So Kevin's got 2 Veil of Summers, a couple of Rest in Pieces, a couple of Blood Moons, Ashiok's Mystical Dispute, Timely Reinforcements, and also less.
Tilt is real. I guess Kevin was pretty upset. I mean, don't call it a comeback, but Phillip definitely came back.
Right.
Oh yeah. But like that's actually exactly what I
don't think Kevin would tilt on that either. He's a big fan of Magic. He's a big fan of this game, and I think he
might have felt that one got away from him.
Yeah.
It did, and that's actually exactly where I was going earlier with Phillip's cards happening to line up well against Kevin's cards, because like you saw where we had, we had the equipment, but they got busted up by the things like, we saw that they got busted up by the Colligan's command, by the Abrupt Decay, by like we have Assassin's Trophy and stuff like that. We also have, Liliana. Getting around the pro-black part of Stoneforge Mystic, just,
Yeah, see, and Immortal Garrison saying the same thing, that he's played Kevin, and I think what it is that, Kevin realizes too that, yes, he had Phillip down, but he didn't have what he needed to put his boot on his throat.
Well, Phillip needed a very specific line of answers, and he had exactly what he needed.
Right.
Like, I mean, if Kevin made one misplay, it was Path to Exile when Phillip was digging for land. And I don't know that I'd call it a misplay. It's just it's a dice roll.
It ended up not working out, but I think maybe what ended up being the bad play was casting the Batterskull. He didn't need to.
I don't necessarily know that casting the Batterskull was necessarily a misplay.
Well, just because it tapped him out to be able to cast Cryptic Command.
Which, yes, don't get me wrong, like that was never going to be pretty.
I think he was afraid, though, that he was going to break something in.
If Liliana was just going to keep upticking,
that's true,
then those resources were already not going to stay there. And Liliana was on 1 at the time.
That is true.
So I think that was actually the only time Kevin could have done really anything, let alone being proactive.
Yeah, because he's probably thinking the only thing he could possibly have that could beat me at this point is Bolt, Lily, Colligans. In that order.
Right.
And
so
he had all 3.
Yeah. So like Kevin did his job in the exact correct order each time. Like he correctly moved the equipment over to the thing that couldn't be vaulted when it turns out Phillip had the vault.
Right.
He correctly played a Batterskull when he figured Liliana was at 1 and he needed to dodge the fatal push that he already knew wasn't there. Otherwise, Mystic and or Iceman Quaddle would have already died to it.
Right.
Let me see what Phillip's got in his sideboard to answer that question.
Right.
We've got a Huntmaster to Fells, 2 Ashioks, 2 Collective Brutalities, 2 Fulminator Mages, 2 Grafdigger's Cages, 2 Pillages, 2 Plague Engineers, and 2 Weather the Storms.
So Pillage would be the thing for Smash the Smithereens.
Like, not only does Pillage hit Smash the Smithereens, but it also hits a Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah, when he would want to get rid of that.
So you can kill your Battle Skull, you killed, exactly, yeah, probably some Pillages. I agree with that. You kill the Battle Skull, you kill the Sword of Feast and Famine, which honestly by itself is usually better than the entire Jund deck.
Back in my day, you played land destruction spells targeting lands. So I'm glad that Mystic Sanctuary is a target here.
Right, I was gonna say, and in a pinch, you can target Mystic Sanctuary so you don't just get blue looped out of the game. So there's that. I also think Huntmaster to Fells is pretty good, just because like the back half Ravager can kill an Ice Fang Coatl without having to be duffed by the left Death Touch.
Okay, does it just deal like damage equal to its power? Or?
Nah, it's 2 damage when it flips. It deals 2 damage to creature and 2 damage to the same player.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's a very clean answer.
Yep, and Immortal Garrison, and there's the other one. Potentially also the Collective Brutalities, which I think I like.
Yeah, he's looking through his sideboard now.
Yeah, so like just being able to kill Ice Fang Coatl and potentially duffing a Cryptic Command out of hand at the same time, that's pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Well, the Pillages stayed in the sideboard.
Wow.
I understand it,
And
I think I would have sided them in, but I at least understand it.
Yeah, and
Yeah, exactly. That way the coast is clear, so you can pillage or cast some other stuff. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And I mean, in a way, this is their 5th game. These two have played each other today.
Right.
So Kevin too might be like, all right, I need to do something different because, Phillip got him game 1, I think, the first time through. And then, no, Kevin got him game 1 the first match, or first time they played today. Okay. Then Phillip came back game 2, and then Phillip was really...
he was close.
He was close to winning on game 3, and they went to turns, and he went to time.
If he needed 1 or 2 more turns, he would have
So Kevin may also be thinking, what can I do differently, because he is a very, very, he analyzes. He's an analytical player.
Kevin's leading with Island Astrolabe.
Wow.
There's a Wrenn and 6 off the top for Phillip. There's a
Does he have
Blood
the
Red in his
land?
hand. There's okay, so he's
there's
going
an
to Inquisition.
Inquisition. Let's see what's
Are there
up here.
targets? I see a target. There is a snake.
No, there's a few. So we got a Teferi, a Path to Exile. I can't see what the top card is. Is that a
That's a
snake?
snake,
That is
yeah.
a snake.
Yeah.
Alright. And I can't
That's
see what that
it.
one is. Is that a
Those are the 3
Firewalker? Did he sign in Firewalker?
No.
What is that?
That's a Misty Rainforest,
Oh!
a Field of Ruin, and an island.
Okay, I'm like, why would he sign in a Firewalker?
So, I mean,
Okay,
what's he
okay.
hitting here, Tuffy?
Either snake or Teferi.
Yeah.
He's right now just writing down the cards.
Yeah, like the path is kind of whatever. Oh, we got a Wrenn and 6 in hand, so the Teferi.
There's 2 Wrenn and 6.
Oh, 2 Wrenn and 6s. Yeah, so never mind
Yeah,
that whole
Teferi.
snake.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got answers for the snakes.
He took
Teferi's-
Teferi. Yeah.
Teferi's the right call here.
Nice. So, so Phil said 2 copies of Field of Ruin is aggressive. Joke's on him. Kevin has 3 in a 4-color deck. But hey, man, that's how you know Arkham's Astrolabe is a pretty good Magic card, y'all.
All right, so he's correcting a Bloodstained Mire to get a Blood Crypt. Here comes Wrenn and 6.
Yeah, so we're just gonna jam out that first Wrenn and 6, and yeah, it looks like Teferi wants to pick eye.
And that Wrenn and 6 will almost definitely resolve.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean he's got 2 of them
Crazy.
anyway, so like he doesn't even care if Kevin does have a mana because he's got 2. Whatever.
So there's Wrenn and 6, and here we go. Up tick.
Yep. Give me that land back.
Thank you very much. I like
Don't
this one.
mind if I do.
This one, no, this one. Yep. So
Man.
Bloodstained Mire goes back.
Don't worry, I'll get the other one
An
later.
aggressive daddy.
Yeah, snake gets flashed in.
Yeah, Kevin is definitely an aggressive deck builder of a daddy. You're right.
So the snake's gonna get its one little hit in before it, meets an untimely end. Here it comes.
Whap whap.
He did draw another snake.
Give him the old whap whap.
So once this snake dies, there is a redundant snake in Kevin's hand. But there's also a redundant Wrenn and 6 in Phillip's hand. So
Yeah.
Push.
snake dead.
Whap whap.
No snakes
Yeah,
on
so
this
we
play.
got a couple lands. We got an Inquisition, the second copy Wrenn and 6, Bloodbraid Elf, and then some other things I don't know yet.
Does the Inquisition now?
He's gonna play the Bloodstained Mire.
I mean, if he Inquisitions now, he'll take the other snake out.
No. So
Here comes
Flash will just cast
Inquisition.
it. He'll just
Yeah.
cast it.
And we have snake flashed
Yeah.
in.
Word. So now let's see what he actually draws to get targeted by the snake. And
It's like an
Oh,
Astrolabe.
Astrolabe.
another Astrolabe.
And a couple Path to Exile.
Yeah.
And then there's that Field of Ruin and still the Misty Rainforest.
The most aggressive Field of Ruins.
Yes.
So Phillip is thinking about what he wants to take here.
I mean, he's got to take probably the Lave, right?
Yeah, Astrolabe. I mean, he's got the fetch land, so he'll have the mana that he needs anyway. And he cracked the fetch, Phillip did, to get a Stomping Ground. Untapped. So there's going to be a follow-up play.
Whap, whap.
Ren in
Second Ren in 6.
Wow.
Kill that snake too.
Yep. Immediate downtick, I imagine.
No snakes for you.
There will be no snakes on this plane.
Well, he's thinking now.
Yeah, Phil said he's gonna get greedy.
Snake down.
Yeah, man. No nice things for you, sir.
Nothing.
Snakes have far too many teeth, sir. You cannot have these. Mr. Rainforest.
We don't
comes
like
down.
snakes on this playmat.
There you go. I see Tarmogoyf.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So Phil might get this 2-0.
Maybe we'll see what's up.
There's
so,
1,
like,
2,
I mean,
3, 4.
Ren in 6 plus good cards is definitely a formula that's gonna keep working for this deck for a while.
Think they'll ever target Ren in 6?
In Modern, honestly, I don't believe so.
I don't think so, yeah.
Like, it's not like there's a real problem card like there is in Legacy
Right.
with Wasteland.
Bloodbraid Elf?
Oh, we spinning the wheel?
He's got Tarmogoyf in his hand. He might be spinning the wheel here, but
Nah, I think I'd rather spin the wheel. You can just be efficient with Tarmogoyf mana later.
he might get a Tarmogoyf off of this.
Whack,
Lightning
whack.
bolt.
Not the best, but it's a
Hey,
thing.
it's 6 damage. It
It's a
all
thing.
counts.
We take those.
And Bloodbraid Elf is resolving.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, Immortal Garrison. He's had it with these
man.
mother flipping snakes in this mother flipping match.
That's right.
Bloodbraid Elf goes to get Path.
And he's
gets
gonna
a
grab a
forest.
forest eye.
Yeah.
You knew that Path was
With the
coming.
new unsanctioned land.
Yeah, those things are sweet looking.
They are sweet, but I don't like that you only get, 10 of them, so you only get 2 of each color.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but like the sets are only $30 for the
50.
box.
It's 50.
It's 50 for the boxes? Okay. So like
Here
it's only
comes
$50 for the
Stoneforge
box.
Mystic.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's
Yeah, it's still.
like you figure
I'm going to use the yours.
unhinged lands are way
Yeah.
more than $5 a piece anyway.
I'm just using the ones that we get now anyway, because those are just beautiful.
Sure.
So,
The Theros Beyond Deaths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it helps at all, I'm on those too.
yeah, the Nyx lands are amazing.
Thank you. They have a real name. Yes.
Yeah, Nyx lands. Yeah. Or Constellation lands, or
Sure.
Starfield lands, whatever you want to call it. Like
I
that.
don't like that. That's,
Stone,
that's-
Stone
that's too much.
Unsanctioned lands, no
Unsanctioned lands.
kidding.
Yeah, those things
they're
are sweet.
Yeah, they are very nice. Stoneforge Mystic got Batterskull here,
Yep.
which is, no surprise.
No.
Nah.
Slam down an island,
Stoneforge doing Stoneforge things. More at 11.
as Jund does Jund things
Right.
all day, every day.
I've been unbanned. Look at me go.
I got a thing. And so he gets his land back, Bloodstained Mire, and thinking if he wants to do anything here. He's got some stuff he can cast. He's got that Tarmogoyf still. Isn't
there a second Bloodbraid Elf in there
I
somewhere?
think there is another Bloodbraid. There's an Assassin's.
Ooh, Assassin's Trophy.
Phil said he has some choices to make.
I call them the Pokemon lands.
Hey,
all
hey,
call
look,
them.
it is.
You know
Look
what?
who
I don't
it
even
is.
know that's that. Oh, Plague
The
Engineer.
Plague Engineer has hit
All right,
the
what up,
battlefield.
Death Touch?
What did we name?
Snake. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah. I mean, he's killed 2 of them already.
Right.
What do
But
you
even
he can
still-
name Germ.
I mean, yeah, but just like
But
making
that
a battle
comes right
skull
onto it,
technically
yeah.
a 3/3, like okay,
That's true, yeah. The equipment comes attached with the creature.
yeah. Otherwise, the 0/0 would always just die anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Ignore me.
How much of the foil Nyx Pokemon lands? I have no idea.
They
$1
are.
or 2 a piece.
They
Is it?
are. Yes, you can totally go and find
because
them.
there's a ton of them, because you get
Yeah.
2 in
Wait,
every
wait,
collector
wait, wait.
booster.
Do you mean by Pokemon lands? Do you mean unsanctioned?
He
or
means
do you
the-
actually
no,
mean
the
mixed?
Nyx
The
lands,
Nyx
yeah.
lands, yeah. 2 of those come in every pack of every collector booster, and then there's always a chance of
Yeah.
pulling a foil one.
Okay.
The non-foil ones, you get 1 in every pack.
Aye. That's actually good to know because I like those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the actual the regular looking basic lands like he has with the snow covered plains that look like
Yeah.
that, they don't come in regular Theros boosters. You can only get them from the bundles.
Yeah.
Oh,
I cracked 3 boxes, so I'm good with Nyx for a while.
I guess that makes sense because
So
like
Plague Engineer's coming in for 2.
it ain't like people aren't opening packs
Yep.
now that standards playable again.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what happens with Ikoria. I wonder how Ikoria is going to impact Modern.
Here comes Tarmogoyf.
Oh, here he goes.
5/6.
Here
Six.
he comes.
Nine.
Six.
Planeswalker.
There's
sorcery.
instant artifact, planeswalker, land,
artifact.
and creature.
Okay.
So that is a 6/7.
Planeswalker, right?
Planeswalker, artifact, creature, enchantment, land,
Enchantment.
and sorcery.
Right. Enchantment.
Not enchantment.
Artifact.
Everything's there except enchantment, and everything's there except for enchantment.
No enchantment. No tribal.
No trial.
Everything else.
Everything else is there. That's
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
So 6.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah,
John
6,
Avon's
7.
and the Carlands. Yo, I
Yes.
love that set. Those are the only forests I'm actually willing to really like use if I have to play something with forest deck.
Tarmogoyf got pathed, which was expected.
Like,
We get it. You like the bad spirits or the Azorius spirits.
oh, not even that. Like, I actually play a lot of other decks.
I know. I'm just messing with
But I really, really like the John Avon versus
Yeah,
Zendikar
you're not
forest.
wrong.
That thing is absolutely beautiful.
All right, so
But it is definitely true that I generally just
Right.
hate green.
So
Battleskull's in play, and he's sort of Kevin's acting like it's gonna die imminently here.
Teddy has lost 2-1. 2-1. Teddy lost.
Oh, wow. David came back after
David
game
came
one.
back. Wow. We missed that call.
All right.
So we have our first finalist. David has beat Teddy. So
Okay.
you will see David on camera again. Assassin's Trophy on
The Battleskull itself, but
tell
it's
me
going to
he's
get a
doing
force
that.
negation.
Yeah.
So so 4-color Death
Oh,
Shadow
that's in the wrong
final.
stack.
And hey, look, Assassin's
There we go.
Let's make sure that goes to the right stack, though.
Yeah, so that one Assassin's Trophy copy should be in exile.
Yeah, so one
Right.
of those should be in the exiles.
And he just
Yep,
gets
yep,
told. There we go.
All right, perfect. Unglued full arts also look amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the unset lands period.
All the unset special.
Yes, David was running
Yeah,
Death Shadow.
David is the one that was running Death Shadow. That's correct.
So you'll either see Blade versus Death Shadow or Jun versus Death Shadow.
And then Renin 6 just got hit with
A Celestial Purge.
Celestial Purge, yep. And then here's Bloodbraid Elf
More Blood Bradies.
getting a
Oh, Abrupt Decay. Oh no, good night, Stoneforge.
Stoneforge, thanks for playing.
Oh,
Here's your
no.
consolation prize, Death.
Take your 5, like it.
I mean, that is a third of his
And this
life
is a
point.
little rough now.
Phil
Kevin's-
thought it was Archmage's turn. Oh, okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The art is
Insert
similar.
3 mana counterspell here.
Yeah.
So
And there are
Kevin's down
definitely
to 10.
counterspells exile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
wait.
Kevin's at 10 against 2 creatures, one of them with Death Touch, and he's also on Spirit Fingers. He has no hand left.
Yep, so he's top decking.
Oh, rest in peace.
Ooh.
Rest in
So,
peace.
granted, that card is great in this matchup, but not when
Not
you're
at this
already
point.
staring down.
Yeah.
Doesn't do
daggers.
anything here. And Phillip has a lightning bolt in his hand as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it doesn't change the clock, but
It's not lethal, but it's...
it doesn't change the clock. So he'll probably keep it in his hand unless he needs it.
And give him the old whap for 5.
There's 5 more damage coming in, and he just has to shrug and say, sure.
Yeah. Nothing to do about that one. Take your 5.
I mean, next card's going to determine what we're doing. It's looking like it's going to be Jund, but we'll see what happens.
Word, like Jund versus Death Shadow. Let's see if that's what happens, or let's see if Kevin gets a better draw step than what we're looking at.
Supreme Verdict basically needs that right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Supreme Verdict would be great. A Snake would be good.
He has got Lightning Bolt.
He has to see, but I mean, he can draw a card off of it. Maybe it can help him out.
That's possible, yeah.
A Cryptic Command works.
Cryptic buys you a turn.
A
Kevin is
Teferi-
thinking about what is the best draw on his deck.
Supreme Verdict is
I mean,
the best draw.
Supreme
right?
Verdict at this point.
Yeah.
So he's going to at least thin on his deck a little bit to lower the chances of drawing a blank. He's going to grab Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah, so that's just going to auto grab that Supreme Verdict that's already down there, right?
Right.
Yeah, he can get the Supreme Verdict out
Isn't
from
there
there.
one? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he stole one earlier from his hand.
So he'll probably...
Snow-covered
Verdict-
plains on top, Phil asked. Okay.
Does he have enough mana to Verdict and also Rest in Peace? He does have the Astrolabe. So
He has 1 Astrolabe, so
He only
no.
has-
Because he doesn't have 3 total white
okay, he's
sources.
a third white source.
He can use the Field of Ruins now to
Oh,
get.
Celestial
wait.
Purge.
Nope, too late now. Never mind. I was gonna say if he does Field of Ruin before Mystic Sanctuary's effect resolves, he could
Right.
have gotten 3 white sources total.
So why grab Celestial Purge there?
To
Let's get rid of the elf.
that actually makes sense because now he's got like an extra turn to buy,
Yeah.
and he'll have the ability to play the Rest in Peace now if he wants
There was
it.
Lightning Bolt.
There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had the
So
bolt.
we have our
There you go.
championship. Our championship match is going to be set. It is going to be
Phillip Stanley on Jund, and David Graziano on 4-color Death's Shadow.
Wow.